All right. I'll make this quick and sweet, man. I'm gonna put a little disclaimer in front of this one. Uh, this is in no way me speaking for a living individual. I don't have that right. What I'm doing right now is giving commentary from what I am perceiving in my own individuality and my own existence as it stands. A lot of y'all in this world right now are waking up, all right? And some don't understand what's happening to you and with you. And no one's really addressing it properly or in a way that is understandable across all mediums and to all people because you've been docile for so long. And especially if like you're young, the young are really being, geared towards um, this dead state. And this happens through education. This happens through a lot of things. Like education today is not so positive as it should be, or as it's deemed to be. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not separate in this. This is one of the reasons why I chose to smoke in this video. That's my way of saying I've been affected as well. This is not a good thing at all. This is a shitty thing. But hey, now some of us have more understanding than others, understanding in a way of going about it. So when it pertains to Caine Carter, aka HOTDAMNIROCK, I'm a big fan. Like I watched dude when I wasn't watching TV. It was usually because I was watching his videos. And honestly, I don't watch TV, just being honest. But his videos sufficed. It kept me away from TV. And looking at his transition, I see the comments and he sees these comments, people. This is a living person. He's a real person. But he sees these comments like I do. And I'm noticing a lot of y'all are not understanding what's happening. What happened to him? He came to a realization. He woke up and what he saw he didn't like and he chose to change it. Me personally, once again, I can't speak for him as a living individual as far as what he's thinking and what he saw and how he woke up, but I see from my perception, I see that he woke up. For some, it's finding their identity and realizing the system and the things that were done to them as a whole or as a people. For others, man, they get deeper than that. It goes into science and all this shit. What am I saying? I am saying that we, as a people, as a family, as a nation, invented all science. Um, every source of knowledge on this planet, from religion, chemistry, medicine, algebra, language, everything was created by us. We are very highly intelligent and motivated people naturally, but we've been docile and we've been declared dead because we went to sleep. And this isn't a regular slumber. This is deeper than that. We went to sleep as a nation. Um, it was decreed by our higher selves that we would go to sleep. And I don't have enough information to actually tell you why. I can tell you from what I perceived and what I've learned. we decided that it was time to go to sleep and to be docile this way. I don't think that we perceived how bad it would get, but at the same time, we've done it before. Um, we've been asleep for 500 years. Now, what do I mean when I say sleep, y'all? For and I know some of y'all are like, yeah, man, we know what you mean, or man, you crazy. And I accept all of that. Um, I don't mind you not understanding. This video is for you to understand. You have been mentally asleep. You're not using your knowledge. You're born with innate knowledge. Okay? It's in your DNA. That's actually a function of your DNA, that your ancestors passed down knowledge through your DNA. How do I know this? I was born with that knowledge. Simple. You wonder why there are some of us who were children and were in a classroom and slept all day through the class, considered a delinquent, but you couldn't beat them in thinking. If you put a test in front of them, though they slept through every class, they were never taught, they could pass every test. They didn't have to be strong readers and things of this nature. You understand? And it would go in certain subjects. What am I saying? What am I really trying to get to? Cain has gone through a lot of trauma. And when stress is put upon you, your body will react. In this way, his mind has reacted and awakened him to the fact that time is limited. All right? He is his most simplistic self right now. The other guy was the character, the guy that's talking about the bitch theory and the bottom bitch theory. I'm sorry. The guy that's talking about the Wonder Bread and the things that happen in his life, making these jokes and making people laugh. It was a medium that worked for a while. All right. Now he's being himself, and people are calling him crazy. I have a problem with that because I see and I am receiving his message, and I applaud him for being himself on a medium where people are so fake and misguided. The things you are used to are not real. Life is happening every day to you, around you, and in the real world. And he is awake and realizing this. I feel like he's going to take this opportunity to try and bestow wisdom upon those whom he has contributed to misleading or misrepresenting. So many people looked up to him. Honestly, he was gonna quit, people. The man was gonna quit and decided, no, that is not my purpose. My purpose is to take what I found and bestow it. Now, it's said in these books of what you call religion that God puts these things upon you, stress, trials and tribulations, these types of things, in order to push you into the will of your nation. basically, to give you a purpose or to enlighten you to your purpose. And sometimes you run away from your purpose. Take into account the story of Jonah. God tells him to do one thing, and he goes into the whale and does another. And well, he goes and tries to do another, ends up inside of the whale. And yeah, read the story for yourselves. Point is, the man is speaking some truth, some true wisdom, and he's just being real for once. Um, he's losing people. Close people to him are dying. He's going through shit. Um, I don't think he's lost anymore. I think he's actually, for the first time in his life, found. I think for the first time in his life, he realizes some things that are just innately true, and he's acting on that. Um, I saw one comment, dude say, they done turned Cain into a supervillain. Funny, because I promise the stereotype of the supervillain is exactly what it looks like. But if you listen, just take a listen to this man, you'll see that he ain't really talking crazy. He's just more fed up with the perception of who he is, and he doesn't want to leave that kind of legacy behind because you only get one shot at this. See, though our energy is never dissipated and it's transferred, it is hard to come back to that consciousness now. And though we are waking up, a lot of us are still asleep and choose to be that way. Okay? You choose to not accept truth. You choose to do that. He's choosing not to. Um, so what's happening with Caine Carter? Dude is being himself, man, for the first time. And if you loved his portrayal of a character, you should also have that same love for him. He's being him. He's choosing to be himself. All right. Um, Me personally, I support him 100%. And I hope he starts to put his pain in his videos a little bit more. And even more so, I hope he starts to bestow the wisdom that he has, on the world through his medium, the way he's supposed to. Um, I believe that eventually he will go into a direction that will be a little bit more different than where he's at right now. But it's a stage. It's a stage of his life. And I totally respect it. And I really don't appreciate the derogatory comments about that man or to him. Like, come on, people. Y'all are not living in the real world. Y'all not living real life. You gotta be living a fake life. you know, uh we're not being simplistic in our thinking. Honestly, the world is a simple place. It really is. Cut and dry. You have people who are believing they're righteous, doing things to others that are considered evil. But because they believe they're righteous, they believe that they're doing good. That's simple. It isn't complicated. The bad men believe that they're good, and the good men believe that they're good. It's all bad. All right? That's where we're at right now. I believe that what Cain is honestly dealing with, well, I think, I don't believe anything, but I think that he's really having a moment of clarity, and he's trying to convey it to the world, and you're not allowing him to. You're not even listening. The jokes are over. They're over. You want the jokes? You do the jokes. He is basically, from my point of view, apologizing. He's atoning, and I applaud him for atoning. That man has almost lost his life, and there's no telling what he's really dealing with right now. And if you badger him anymore, I don't believe he'll share it. Allow him to be him. Now, for those of you out there who support that man, appreciate y'all. I'm with y'all. And obviously, y'all probably have a different outlook than what I have. And that's fine. You know, that's a part of living. You must get your own outlook. We created everything. That I believe that he's become more brilliant than ever right now. And I also saw a comment where a guy says, "Hey, bro, he's an actor. Chill out. Just calm down. It's a character." And it's like, no, that's the point. It's not a character. He's being himself. He really is. And like I say, I don't know the man personally, but yeah, you feel like you know him, right? Well, from what I know, from what I've seen, and I can only speak from my perspective, I'm noticing a lot of people are waking up. People that even I didn't believe could have mm, the constitution to receive such information as what they are receiving in this day and age. It is time to start understanding. No more time for playing. No more time for booty shaking, rap videos, all that shit. Bob Johnson sold BET. Why are y'all still watching it? It's not black entertainment television anymore. It is the most disrespectful shit on the planet right now. It's worse than MTV. You must choose what you put your time into because your time is limited and you're wasting it. Time is money, literally. You must start to understand this. Your time is valuable. It is one of the most valuable commodities you are born with. Your time. Think of this in the terms of your employment, your job, your career. Your time is very important. Why would you accept $9 an hour for your time? $12 an hour for your time. You basically earn a meal every hour. One meal. If you have 3, 4 children, one meal isn't going to feed them for a month. And you can make a lot more for your time. That really has nothing to do with nothing. It's more of an example than anything. I want to get this point across. Your time is valuable and you're not thinking correctly. That man is using his time as he sees fit and correctly by my evaluation. He's attempting to atone for the things that he feels that are wrong or that he doesn't see that are proper. He is now looking at the world from a adult's perspective. Before he was a boy, now he's a fucking man. Respect him. Respect him. Listen. I'm telling you. Listen. That's all. Just listen. It's crazy, man. That man just lost his fucking dog. I remember when he bought the puppy. For real, for real. Rest in peace, Kiko, man. Straight up. Like, I don't know. Some people choose to do or feel or whatever, but even though I don't know the damn dog and it's just a dog, right? A dog, a pet is part of your family. You can love a pet and think about this. This dude is losing people left and right around him. People are dying in his area. And more than anything, with everything that's going on in the world and in this land right now, with them poisoning people and kidnapping them, and uh, they're actually chopping people up, man, and putting them in meat and all kinds of stupid shit from what is reported. You know, you can't make heads or tails of any of this shit because it's criminal acts. You know, if I sell a dime bag of weed, only person that know I sold it is the person I sold it to and whoever else was around at the time, that I sold it. Only way I get caught is it's one of them talk. You feel me? These people are doing this under wraps and nobody's talking per se. So it's like, I don't know. We we as people are stupid as fuck. We allow other people to bend our minds from a young age. And then as we get older, we're so taught that this is just the way it is, and it's not. It's not the true way. And then you do no research for yourself. You know, people like Cain are proof that everybody can be awakened. They can all be awakened. I believe that. Well, I would want Cain to watch a few of my previous videos, and I would actually want him to comment and ask some questions so I could give that information. And I believe that would be good for the people who follow and subscribe to me. And I believe that would be good for the world, to keep it real, if we could get some dialogue going. Because I know for a fact that guy is fucking like crazy intelligent. Crazy intelligent. And I believe that a dialogue between him and a person without an asterisk, without a following that's huge and all of that nonsense, without being um, accountable to someone to do something or be a certain way. Just free thought and conversation would really help the world. So you could see where people are coming from. You can open your own fucking mind. And it's really not as mystic, man, as it seems. Because as I'm saying it, I'm trying to look at it from a person's perspective that wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I know it may seem mystical and, oh, you're reaching for some nonsense, or I just don't know what the fuck you talking about. Let me, go away from this. You know, what I'm simply saying is, right now, talking to you, you don't know or understand shit. Not you, all of y'all. You don't know or understand shit. So let's get it together. Let's have some dialogue. Let's see if we can get on the same page. Then maybe you have something to add to the conversation. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, and you should be trying to get into the dialogue as well. Let's awaken these people. Let's let them know what's what, bro. Like, it don't take a lot. It really don't. One or two conversations, man, you can have the whole world awake. And that's the problem. We've been asleep too long. Too long. And once one wakes up, everybody attacks him. Oh, this motherfucker's nuts. Something's wrong with him. It's like, no, the status quo has been manipulated and afflicted with nonsense for so long that you hear truth and shy away from it. And that is not the way. That is not the way. I know the way. But nah, seriously. Um, yeah, man. We have to, for one, keep Cain in our best wishes. because it seems like whatever is fucking with him ain't letting up, and it's something that I guess he must do or accomplish. And I hope that he reaches his goal. I wish he reaches his goal. My best wishes on that. Um, Man, life is a motherfucker. But I have a friend that recently told me something. My friend says, I don't believe in the world that you may believe in. I believe I live in a good world where people do bad things. But mostly it's good. It's filled with love. Then my friend goes on to say, you, on the other hand, believe you live in a bad world where people sometimes do good things. And that world isn't full of love. Then goes on to say, in my world, you're loved by your mother and your children, maybe your friends, and sometimes even strangers. But your mother may die, and out of love, you give them a funeral. Your children may even grow up to hate you, but out of love, you still care for them. Your children may grow up to put you in a home, but out of love, they try to put you in the best home. And it's like, it's just simplistic shit like that. So, I said all that to say, let's not judge anybody anymore because we don't know shit. When I say you don't know shit, I'm talking to us as a whole. We don't know shit. I'm still learning. I know enough to know that I don't know shit. You feel me? So let's not know shit together and learn the shit we don't know. The known unknowns and the unknown unknown. For real. Seriously, that's a real thing. Let's not judge anymore. Let's learn. Let's accept. Let's go, hey, maybe this is this. Or maybe it isn't. Let's figure out which one. And more than anything, let's create and bolster and build up and solidify this world of love so we can alleviate those who do bad things in this world. All right, so that's enough of me trying to really get that point across. And I'm sounding a little too mushy for me. So once again, as I always say, study, study, study. But don't forget, you gotta share.